Now I'm going to walk through how to do descriptive statistics along with filtering your data, cleaning it up so that you can use it in Excel. The first thing you need to do is you need to obviously have a question. You've been assigned a question on the assignment sheet. In my case, I'm going to look at males in Wisconsin and look at their age. So the variable I'm interested in is age, and the sorting and filtering variables will be males and the fact that they're in Wisconsin. We talked about FIPS codes in class, and that every state has a FIPS code, and that in most databases states are not represented by the name of the state, rather a piece of nominal data known as a FIPS code. The FIPS code is 55 for Wisconsin. You're going to be assigned a state. You'll need to look that up in the metadata. So to do my first set of filtering, I'll select. I'll just click into the spreadsheet, and I'll click on Sort and Filter. Click on Filter, and then under State FIPS, I'm going to uncheck Select All, so now none are selected. I want Wisconsin 55. I'm going to click OK, and I've now eliminated the other 49 states. The next thing I want to do is I want to just select the males that are Wisconsin. So in this case, I'm going to go to Sex. It says it's showing all. I'm going to deselect Select All, and I'm going to select 1. Now the question is, how do I know that 1 is actually males and not females? I have looked that up already in the metadata on IPMs, so I know that. If you have any question about what your variable means, the metadata on IPMs, which is right next to where you downloaded your data, should tell you. There's also a reference on your assignment sheet to this. Click OK. And now I just have the males in Wisconsin that are in the sample data set. I never like to work with my original data set in case something goes wrong, in case I accidentally delete something, or in case I just do something stupid. So what I usually do is once I've done the filtering, I usually just copy the data set that I've got, the filtered piece, and now you can kind of see what it's selecting. It's just selecting portions of the whole original data set. And then I create a new worksheet. You can do it in an entirely new workbook, but this is just fine. And now I just have the data that I filtered out. This is data that only talks about males in Wisconsin. I can kind of double check here. I've got 197 subjects. It says down to 198, but remember we do have column headings. The next thing I'm going to do is simply just run the descriptive statistics. Make sure that you have the data analysis tool pack installed. There are instructions on how to do that in the assignment sheet. Click on Data Analysis, click on Descriptive Statistics, click OK. I'm going to just, where it says Input Range here, I'm going to select Age. I'm going to just get that column. I'm going to tell it there's labels in the first row. I want the summary stats. I want the confidence interval for the mean. I want the K largest, and I want the K smallest. In other words, the largest and the smallest data value. It's going to go to a new worksheet. I'm going to call that new worksheet Descriptives. Click OK. And there they are. And now you have all your descriptive data. That was easy enough. And the next thing that you need to do is you need to create a histogram of your data. To do that, I do not recommend using the data analysis tool and the histogram. If you use that, your histogram will come out funky looking, and you don't want a funky looking histogram. It's fairly easy with pivot tables, and you should be familiar with pivot tables anyway as someone who works with data. So we're going to go back to the sheet I created. Click anywhere in the sheet. Go to Insert, Pivot Table. And it's highlighted everything in the sheet. Click OK. And now you're on the pivot table page. Remember that the data value that I'm interested in is age, so I'll click that. And it has sum of age down here. And I just want to drag age here. So you've got age, or whatever your variable is in both of these. Under sigma values, you want to change that to, from sum of age, change the value field settings. It should become count. And the custom name is count of age. And so for each age, there is a count. So there's one 5-year-old. There are two 6-year-olds in your data set. There are two 14-year-olds. Well, again, that's going to make a very unwieldy histogram. So the simple way to condense that down into a better frequency table is to right-click on the column that has your row labels. Go to Group. And my recommendation is this. So it says starting at 0, ending at 86. So your lowest to your highest. But in some cases, it makes a very good suggestion about how this should be broken up. In this case, by ranges of 10. My recommendation is to take the first suggestion, and if it looks good, use it. If it doesn't look good, fiddle with that a little bit. You can always, increase or decrease your range. In this case, I'm going to accept it. I have a lovely little frequency table here. It's broken down by tens. I will easily make that into a chart by clicking on Insert Recommended Charts. Select Clustered Column. Click OK. You want axis titles. And I put in error bars. We haven't talked about error bars much lately yet, but we will. Change your axis title to count, because that's what that is. Ages. And change your title here to Age of Men in Wisconsin. And you've now created a histogram. You have done the following. You've run descriptives and you've created a histogram. You are ready to interpret the data. The instructions on that are on the worksheet.